Go ahead. I'll be right back. It's all yours.
All right, we are live. We're live here. Playoff game between Ann Arbor and Rochester. This is the semifinal game. Dennis Crowley, Seattle, has already advanced to the Super Bowl and is awaiting the winner of this game. And this is the 2021 Battle Royale League. It's 17 teams. Everybody plays everybody once. And all you need to make the playoffs is a winning record. We had 6 teams make the playoffs this year. And each of these teams beat the 6 and the 5 seeds. And now they're playing to make the championship game against Seattle, Dennis Crowley. In Arbor, he's coached by Tyke Wright. He's got Herbert at QB, Dylan, I think Aaron Jones in the backfield, Gronk, Tampa Bay group for tight ends, New Orleans wide receivers, Deontay Harris, Marquez Callaway. And on the flip side, Rochester, coached by Anthony Tangora. He's got the Tampa Bay DBs. Looks like Hassan Reddick. Looks like the Carolina Panthers linebackers. And the Tennessee Titans D-line. And Tyke also has the Dallas Cowboy offensive line. 1st and 10 at the 25. Rochester is good 3-4 defense. It's going to be a run call. Dylan offhand, off tackle, -2. Nice call by Anthony. Would have been 6. Second and 12. Oh, draw to Dylan. Another run call. -1. Super call again by Anthony. Would have been 4 yards. Even right on that one. So the draw call, a right draw call ends up in the keyed column. And that's why it was -1. And it's going to be 3rd and 13. And Arbor comes out. 3 wide receivers, Aaron Jones in the backfield. We play with a very simplified rule set in this league. There's no emphasized 6-rated linebacker. There's no GPI, great player impact. There is empty flat equals guess wrong. We do not limit the wide receivers. And there's no dump off rule. And there's no injuries. Short pass to Humphrey. And that's going to be a must run, but 0 yards on Herbert's card. So Ann Arbor is going to be held to a punt here. Dennis, you might be muted. I don't know if you were trying to talk.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I muted myself, I think.
Yeah.
I had to go help my kiddo.
It's got a 54-yard punt and a fair catch. Go ahead. You can do play-by-play. I'll be the color.
Okay. So I guess that first drive was a 3 and out, I'm guessing, based on the time. And now we got the 3 wide again from Anthony. He likes this. You know he's going to break that out against me if he makes it because I've got all 4 linebackers in the middle.
Yeah, served him well last game.
Quick out right to Dawson Knox. Tyke brought up a 5 free safety and moved somebody to the inside line inside zone.
Yep.
4 yards to Dawson Knox. Did you see? Did you get a chance to check their regular season matchup? Let me look at that real quick.
Yeah, I believe Ann Arbor won the game. Oh no, maybe not. Now thinking about it, they went 1-2 against all the top teams.
Got it. Yeah, you're right. Let me see. Hold it up here.
1916 Rochester win.
It was a close one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember now. We talked about it last night. With
Yeah.
he was losing it, and then he hit a last second bomb.
Yeah,
to Christian Kirk. They covered like 75 yards or something like that.
Yeah, Tyke had kicked a field goal, I think, kicked off, and on the first a touchback, on the first play, hit a 75-yard TD with 2 minutes left, and that held up.
Wow. Both these teams have 3-4 defense, and they both have good. 3rd and 2. Still in the 3 wide. Brings in Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, who's a better guest right runner than Darrell Williams. The last play was a 4-yard gain to Williams. With no blocking back there to make the block. Square out right to DeAndre Hopkins. And he's covered by a 6. So that's going to lose a yard.
Oh, wow.
Even if he had thrown to a different zone, it didn't matter. It was the defender, not the man in zone reading.
Right. I think it was the only guy covered by a 6.
He has that 6 in the zone, so the halfback would have been covered by a 6 as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a 2-yard return.
Yeah, there's a lot of 4s there that he could have targeted.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to hit that number. You're thinking more attack the 4 linebacker like you did. And Hopkins would not be double teamed. Most likely.
So let's quick look at the offense for Ann Arbor. They got Alvin Kamara, so the New Orleans Saints halfbacks. He got the New Orleans Saints wide receivers, and Kamara came around along with that group.
Yeah, he's got Green Bay running backs.
Yeah, so he has Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon and company. Gronk is the receiver. Quick out left to Gronk. That's going to go for a 3-yard gain. Jordan Whitehead's 5, couldn't make the play. Herbert's a very good quarterback. I'm not sure where he went in the draft, but he's definitely, I would say, like a top 5 card in the set, maybe top 10 at least. Let me see if I can pull up the draft. I think both these teams with the good concentrated on defense early.
Yeah, I think Anthony's first draft, I think, were the linebackers. Yeah, Herbert.
Tyke had the second overall pick, and he picked the New England linebackers.
Right.
And Anthony had the 5th overall pick. He picked the Tampa Bay DBs.
Oh, okay.
Pitch out right to Kamara. Guess wrong. Nobody in the zone. Short gain, 15 yards. So second round came around. They both went, Anthony went Carolina linebackers. Tyke went Tampa Bay tight end to get that 5 nose tackle out of there in Vita Vea, who's concluded in the tight end group. And then they came back in the 3rd round, still building their teams in a different way. They both went offensive line in round 3. So when did they pick their quarterbacks? It looks like it'll be to the middle of the draft. Tyke took the Chargers quarterback in the 5th round. And Anthony...
Cool.
What did I miss? Almost an interception. But
yeah, almost a pick.
I think Anthony was saying he hadn't hit that 2-5 all year on the flat pass.
Yeah.
Anthony... Oh, he got Josh Allen really late, I remember.
Yeah, he did.
So he got him in the 10th round. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he was the last quarterback taken.
Oh, no, he got Casey Hatback in the 10th round. I must have missed him.
Oh, okay.
Where is that? Anthony, 7th round. Yeah, 7th round at Buffalo quarterback. So there were a couple of quarterback units taken after that, like Atlanta, New Orleans, Miami. But yeah, certainly good value to get him there. Quick slant to Gronk as I stop looking over the draft and start paying attention to the game again. Picks up 2, 1 man in zone, and we're facing a 3rd and 8. I think you notice that a lot more in these in this type of format is that you certainly get a lot more 3rd and longs than you do with white die 6 and
no dump off.
Yeah, no dump off. So
yeah,
you get a couple bad breaks on a guest wrong call. And then you're sitting at looking at 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. Herbert 2 of 3 for 5 yards, keeping it flat. Aaron Jones checks into the game. He has a 0 as a pass blocker, but he's a good receiver. He can catch short passes nice. Can't go deep though. Previous years he could, but not this set.
Yeah, we'll see. Anthony likes to bring Reddick, and he's got 7 stars. So having Jones back there, I think you're taking a risk. But we'll have to see what happens. How that cat and mouse game's played. Does he throw flat?
Right. Reddick's coming. Square out left to Jordan Humphrey. Little Jordan Humphrey. He's a 6 linebacker there. Gets 5 yards. He likes that little Jordan Humphrey card, I think, because it looks like a lot like a tight end card with a +12, +7, +6.
Right. Yeah, he's thrown to him twice. He threw to him on 3rd down last possession.
So 4th and 3, nobody's looking to risk it too much here.
Yeah, this is not the Seattle.
It did not help me. It's the Seattle Shuriken, but yeah, Kraken's not a bad name. Unleash the Kraken.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10.
Hey, you did a great job last night, even failing those 4th downs.
Holding you to a field goal, that was key, and having you miss a couple of those field goals. That was a turning point. Flight on DeAndre Hopkins, covered by a 6.
Ooh.
Wow. Just misses the interception split on Josh Allen.
Wow. That's a roll.
That's a big difference, too, if you look at his guess right, guess wrong.
Yeah,
guess right 2 through 9, 12. Guess wrong 2, 3. That's crazy.
I know. And then to hit the 11, I mean, geez. That's a 1 out of 7 miss.
2nd and 10, hitch to Hopkins. Comes right back to him. 7-yard pickup. That'll set up 3rd and 3. Darrell Williams is in the game. And a base set. This is when he likes to go base. Is on 3rd and short, 4th and short.
Oh yeah, Judon is the big pass rusher.
Yeah, I would stick Judon on the line, but he's got pretty good ones besides Judon. He's got 6'11", Cameron Hayward, and 5'8", Chris Wormley.
Yeah.
Off tackle left hip Williams. Guessed wrong. Only going to pick up a yard because there was a man in the zone.
Yeah, good call. Unfortunate there. Didn't hit the running back card.
Anthony talked last night about you not using the draws, so that would have been a good time for a draw there. But
yeah, 3rd and 3 probably can't make that type of call.
Fair catch called for at the 23.
I did look in the log. I actually did have a couple draws, but it was when you were in 3-2-6.
Got it. No downside there, that's for sure.
Right. Freebies. Use Dillon on the first possession. Now he's got Jones in there. See if he attacks a little bit differently.
And Vita Vea as the blocking back. Sometimes that's a tip-off on what he plans to do.
Right.
Good run blocker. Can't really catch much. But he throws it. Button hook to Aaron Jones. 4 in the zone. Short gain. Justin Herbert. Okay, you take over for a little bit, Mike. I'll be right back.
All right, that might be the first down of the game. No, it's the second. All right, Ann Arbor gets some room here out to the 36-yard line. Looks like he's going to take a break. I'm going to try to find that the draft sheet. I know we end up talking about it a lot, and I don't. I don't have it handy, but I think I have it in my downloads folder. Let me try somewhere else, see if I can find that. Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello. How are you? This is the obligatory first quarter coaches interview that we see so often. I wonder if I'm going to get a first down one of these days, huh?
I know.
I thought I'd call you to get some advice on 3rd and 2s, and I realized I was talking to the wrong guy.
Definitely, right? You even had the wrong call there.
Yeah.
It's to boot. Of course, Dennis chipped in with Anthony could have used a draw right there. He was talking about that last night.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely considered it, you know.
3rd and 3, though, I figured it's not really at the forefront.
Yeah, I mean, I got good linemen there, so I figure. Let's take a look. Maybe I'm off on that little calculation. Let's see, off tackle. Yeah, my guard is going to get me one linebacker. My guard's going to get it. My tackle is +4, -1. So linebacker in zone +3 or -2. So even if the linebacker's there, there's a very good chance you get it, even if the linebacker's there. So why take the chance of wiping that? Well, the reason you take it is in case you the 1+1 roll. So
Right. Yeah, we were talking about the draft and where you got these guys, the quarterbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen is, he was a good value down there, but he's got he has his holes. He has his holes. There's a reason why he went when he went.
Yeah.
The reason he didn't go super early.
The missed pick there was huge.
Yes. Yeah, that was a very interesting stroke of luck. You noticed he almost got that 2 through 5 INT I was talking about last night on flat pass. I said I hadn't got one all year.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he rolls it.
I know.
Okay, he's back.
Okay.
Alrighty. See ya.
See ya. Oh yeah, he left. Okay, I don't have to exit. Oh, Dennis, you're on mute if you're talking. Off tackle left to Jones. Colin D's a run. That's going to be 28 yards. Nice hit on the Jones card there. Down to the Rochester 36. 4:48 in the first here. The first decent drive we've had here in the first quarter by both teams. Looking to A.J. Dillon against a 4. That's going to be incomplete. Shaq Thompson's a 6. He makes the play on the defender -1 +3. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 36. Flat pass right, wrong. run call. It's going to be 11 yards. Would have been incomplete with a pass call there. Harris had a very good season for Ann Arbor. He used him greatly. Dillon's in the game now at running back. 1st and 10 at the 25. Rochester comes out with 4-3 blitz, run call, Dillon up the middle, 0 men in zone. But it's going to be on his card, 2 yards. And wrong, that was only 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 on the 23. Could be the first points of the game here. Off tackle right to Dillon, wrong. Oh, it's going to be blocking back +1. Vita Vey does make the block, but it's only 1 yard, as he also had a linebacker in there. If he didn't have the linebacker in there, it would have been a +6. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, containment in play. Aaron Jones back there again. Shaq Thompson covering Jones. Hassan Reddick. Anthony obviously likes to bring that linebacker in this situation. He's blitzing too, so you could get a blitz from Winfield. 3rd and 7. Let's see Herbert's flat card. Can he make that? Oh, no, he's got some 6s and 5s. 7 and short gain. Receiver hits. Look into Aaron Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Going to get a field goal shot here. And that's good. 2-9, get a 6 roll. And a touchback. I think that was a 39-yard field goal. Yeah, that actually got pushed to a 40-yard field goal. The variable was a +1, but he still made the kick. Rochester with the ball here. Hasn't got a first down yet, as you mentioned. See what they can do here on their 3rd possession of the evening. So far, 3 and out. Looks like a look into Williams into 2-man. It's going to be complete. I think it was 11 yards. 16 on Williams' card. Williams has an excellent receiving card. He also can go deep. And 16. He hit the 8. Rochester out to the 41. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. 3-0 Ann Arbor. Winner of this game will go to the Super Bowl in Battle Royal 2021 card set. Off tackle right to Williams. 1 man in zone, but wrong. It's going to be 3. 3-yard gain, the 6. Vita Vey wasn't able to make the play. He's a 5. And even 0 man, it was only 3 yards. So not much of a difference there. Now Anthony comes out shotgun, two backs. It's going to be a run right to Williams. Good call by Ann Arbor for right. It's going to make it only 3 yards. That would have been 6. Wrong. It's going to be in a very important 3rd and 4. No containment. It's less than 5 yards. Williams so far 4 runs, 11 yards. Going to bring in Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. As Dennis mentioned earlier, he's a better short yardage runner. Line buck to Hilaire. That's going to be a first down. Hit the D card 5. And yeah, even one man in zone, that was going to be a first down. Even 2 men in zone. He needed to hit his card. I believe he called it right. I believe he called run. Yeah, he did. And it's going to be a first down. Jerick McKinnon is going to come into the game now. He's got a decent off tackle card. Long pass to Christian Kirk. That's going to be a sack, though, by Judon. Cameron Haywood actually caused the sack. 12 against the 5. Anthony brought Ann Arbor brought 2 additional linebackers on the play. 80% sack. And the roll was 20. So there was actually 5 out of 6. 2nd and 19. Stays in pistol. Josh Allen has a great run card. Yeah, I was going to say, when he comes in the shotgun, sometimes he likes to run out of that with the double running back, and he did this time. But Tyke was right on top of that call and run, having a 0 instead of a +6. But as you see, that end run card for Allen is very juicy. Lots of good numbers on that. And Darrell Williams is in the game now on 3rd and 19. Darrell can go deep, but he's covered by a 6. So we'll see what happens here. 3-3-5, no blitz. AJ Green and Kirk covered by 4s. Oh, they're going to go flat to Green for 2 yards. And it'll be 4th and 17 and a punt. Kind of wanted to see what AJ Green's deep pass was. 59 is going to be a touchback. So Ann Arbor will end up with the ball at the 20. Kamara in the backfield with Gronk, Callaway, Harris. Herbert at QB. Oh, it looks like Vince Scully's back in the house.
It's not. This is like the worst time for me because I'm getting ready for dinner and everything.
Yeah.
So you keep doing the play-by-play. I'll chime in when I can.
No problem. Flat pass right to Kamara. It's going to be an X play +17. Thrown at the 0. It's going to be a first down. Anthony got a couple first downs, but he got sacked, lost 9 yards on first down, and ended up having a punt.
That's one of the reasons, again, that I stayed away from these 2 teams is because both of them have good pass rush on the defensive line itself, you know?
Yeah,
6,
you know
8.
what? I was very lucky. I have a great pass, well, not a great pass blocking line, but, run so much. These guys, they didn't hurt me with their pass rush.
Right.
But after the games, they were like, if I don't get to the quarterback, I'm kind of in trouble. One of those.
Right.
The way their defense is set up with all the 4s and 0s and the flats. But
Ann Arbor would love to go down and get a touchdown here to take a 2.2 score lead.
Yeah. Even against you last night, I was surprised you didn't get to me more. I think you got to me on the goal line there.
Yeah, that was a 22% chance. It wasn't a very lucky sack.
That was, I really, I lost sleep over that call. So, looking past the Gronk versus a 4, that's going to be 1 yard. So on that play, it was 3rd and 3 at the 5. You called timeout because you came out in 4-3, so you went to 4-2-5.
Right.
So of course, what were you going to do?
Gonna blitz. Gonna bring it.
Of course. And I didn't see it until after. And so I was like, oh, of course I should have ran it. Well, anyway, the white die was a 3, so I could have had a wrong run. I could have had a wrong run on me.
But when it's a sack, you don't really know the result. So I still had some outs, but it was probably like an 80% touchdown or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, I think the 5 would have been the only good roll for you, at that point.
Got it. There's a guest right run for for a loss of 1, so I'll bring up 3rd and 10. Trying to hit that 6 or 8 on Dylan's off tackle card. Guessed wrong. Those numbers are short gains. Guessed wrong. 3rd and long. Tough spot.
Yeah, both teams in a lot of 3rd and longs today.
Keep an eye on Hassan Reddick. Odds on who'll be on the line. He's blitzing. Slant to Gronk.
Oh, incomplete.
Jordan Whitehead's 5 makes play against the 4. So 4th and 10. So the regular season game was a defensive battle. It was 16-12 going into the 4th quarter or late in the 4th.
Yeah, I think there were 2. Here. I think there were 2 pick sixes, right?
You're right. So 2 long pick sixes too.
I don't think they scored. 19-16. I don't think they scored a touchdown. Offensively. Oh yeah, Callaway had the 1 TD.
That was the one, to make it 16-12.
Went for 2. There we go. Then the bomb. Yeah, it's misleading because they missed the extra points. I mean, they went for 2. Allen tried an end run on 1st down No, I don't know if it was 1st down or not, but McKinnon for 15 on an end run. Wrong.
One of those sneaky numbers is that if it would show up there's a short game, people would respect it more, but because it's just a number. It doesn't quite scare you as much.
Allen used up one of his end runs, and Tyke was right on top of it. He called run. It was a 0. It would have been only +6. Wrong,
so 6. But okay, I'm going to jump out again. I'll be right back.
Flat pass to Knox. Wrong. That's going to be 3-yard gain. Oh, 1-yard gain. Sorry, he threw it to 6. Oh, sorry, defender. Defender was a 6. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. Both defenses really playing good right now. Really has these offenses locked down. Good run calls, good pass calls. End run Allen. That's a wrong, but it's going to be on the D card. But only a 1-yard gain. The defensive end is going to make the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Both teams, let's see what the 3rd down. 0 for 4 and 1 for 4 by Rochester. So, tough sledding here for the offenses. Three 3-5. Williams in the game. Covered by a 6. Knox has a good flat pass. You can get some decent yards on that. The 12 and the 9 would be a 1st down. But Hopkins, these are usually a little bit lower yardage. A draw to Williams, trying to get him this way. Containment is busted with a 3 die. No containment on the 3 die. That's going to be 19 yards. Big call there by Rochester to get a 1st down. And into Ann Arbor territory now at the 33-yard line. Big play. If that was a 1 or a 2, it would have been stopped 1 or 2 yards short of the 1st down. But because that was a 3 die, containment was overridden. He must have had a 4. Yeah, the 4-5 was in there. I'm sure one of the 4-5s, middle linebackers. Off tackle right to McKinnon. That's going to be +3 on the nose tackle. That's a juicy area there. If you get the 6 roll, you're looking at 35 or 9. Also a 9 there if they don't have a 6. So that's some good yardage in there when you see a 6. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Looking at Hopkins, he's double teamed, and that's going to yield some fruit. The double team is going to get rid of a receiver hit for Hopkins. And as we were talking about earlier, Hopkins has a high percentage, but the yards are probably a 4 or 5 yard average. Nothing crazy. Flat. All right, another 3rd and 7. Feels like we've been in this situation all day. Coming off the successful draw, see what Anthony decides to do here. Where does he? A.G. Green's long card. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Flat left. It's a 0 man. That's going to be 10 yards and a 1st down. Nice call by Anthony there to get the receiver hit and the 10 yards. Wow. Very fortunate there. It was 0 man too. If it hit the D card, he would have had some good numbers, but it was a receiver hit. First and 10 at the 20. Red zone really where these games are won and lost. If the D can hold them to 3, long pass to Kirk from the 20, that's going to be a big sack for Cameron Haywood. Haywood again causing the sack. 9 versus 5. 53% on a 24 roll. That's a sack. Very thin chance for a sack here. Really only 1 out of 3 chance. And they got it. And that's going to be 2nd and 17. Allen's 7 for 9 today for only 39 yards, though. Short pass to Hopkins. That's going to be incomplete on a 2 roll. It's going to bring up 3rd and 17. Three, 5. Another long pass to Kirk. It's going to be incomplete. And that'll bring on the field goal unit, Greg Joseph, 44-yarder. To tie it up. Let's see. It's good. Got it. Five minutes left in the first half, and Ann Arbor will start the drive at their own 25. Both teams held under 100 yards so far. Both QBs 7 for 11. No turnovers. 1st and 10 at the 25. Kamara in the game. End run right. Wrong. Yeah, that's going to be a short gain for 18 yards. That's a good start to the drive for Ann Arbor. Out to the 43. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the half. Same formation. Gronk had a really good card this season. This was Gronk's last year he played. Look at all the great numbers in there. Linebuck to Kamara. That's right. Called right by Rochester. Oh, there's a right guard. +7. So Ann Arbor, fortunate to get the D card there. +7. But there were no men in zone. So it was going to be a lot of good, decent runs in there. Especially with that offensive line. Although his center is a 4. Tyler is a 4. 4-5. But yeah, this will be 2nd and 3. Nice down here. You can pretty much call anything you want. Linebuck to Kamara. Nice plug. And the right guard, the 6, Zach Martin, is going to make the block, though. It's going to be +3. But an excellent call. Would have been 7 with no man and 6 yards with 1 man. But it was 2 man. Aaron Jones in the game now. Aaron Jones has a very good receiving card. It's going to be off tackle right to Jones. 1 man in zone and another +28. That's the second time Jones has hit that run tonight. It's going to get him down to the 19-yard line with 2:42 left in the first half. Yeah, 4. Yeah, Jones, 2 runs, 56 yards. It's quite an average. And A.J. Dillon's in the game. A look-in pass to A.J. Dillon. Rochester did call pass, so this is going to be a right pass. +6. It'll be 2nd and 4. This play will take us to the 2-minute warning. Dillon in the game. Big play, yeah, 2nd and 4. It's going to be off tackle left to Dillon wrong. Oh, nose tackle is going to make that play -1. And that's a big play right there. 3rd and 5 now. Containment is in play here at the 2-minute warning. Another big play here, 3rd and 5. Aaron Jones in the game. Ayuk was a punt returner. That's how he got him on his team. He got there 19. 16. Anthony goes nickel 3-3-5 blitz. Draw to Jones. 4 yards. That was going to be contained, I believe, anyway. Yep. So anything higher still would have been contained. Oh, he ended with the right also. Yeah, didn't matter though. With the containment, the one die also produced a right because it was 3 wide receivers. So it wasn't going to be a short gain. 4th and 1 at the 10. Let's see what Tyke decides to do here. Oh, he's going to go. Flat pass left to Jones. That's going to be 5 yards and a first down. Calls timeout with 1:22. Had a shot for sack there. Well, actually not. Tyrone Smith's a 7, so he really knocked that down to 0. But it was 37, yeah. Could have hit the Vita Vea. Would have been a sack. 1 out of 6 shot. Come out full house. 1st and goal at the 5. 3-4 blitz. Kamara's a 2. They don't have much. Yeah, they don't have much pass blocking. Yeah, if you can hit that blitz number, that would have been a sack last time. If the free safety blitz had come up. What do you call run here? Decisions 50-50. Off tackle right to Jones. It's going to be a wrong run. Oh, hits the dreaded 5. And another timeout. I guess you call this a chunky Jones card here. He's got the 28th short game, but he's got a couple 1, 3, 0, 3 down here. So there are some misses on that card, which are difficult to take when it's a run. 5 roll. I wonder if that 5 roll was a completion on Herbert. Yeah, it was. That's always frustrating. They're bringing the blitz out again here. That's going to be an end run right to Patrick Taylor. And that's going to be 2 yards? Yeah, that's going to be a 2-yard gain. Very smart by Anthony to put a man in the zone there. He covered that up nicely. So it was +2. Tackle, Collins made the block. They'll bring up 3rd and 3. I wanted to look at that Patrick Taylor and run card. Wrong. Oh, yeah. A lot of good numbers in there. It is a good one. That's why he put him in. It's going to be end run right to Taylor. This is a right call by Anthony. Oh, he's going to get in anyway with a 5. Wow. Big play. Big play for a TD. +5. Had very few rolls. He was going to get in there. He's talking about 9, 10, 12, 2, 4. But he hit it. Hit a 12. And Ann Arbor jumps on top 10-3 late in the second quarter. So Anthony's going to return that out to the 26-yard line. And we'll see what Rochester can do with the ball this late in the fourth. Rochester used all their timeouts on that last drive. So they'll have to possibly look for things to get them out of bounds. Short passes, flats. Long passes don't have any chance of getting out of bounds. So you're talking end runs, get you out of bounds. Flat passes to the left or the right can get you out of bounds, and then short passes. So that's it. McKinnon's in the game. He's got a good end run card, along with Allen. Allen's got 5 more end runs. Shows the limits there if you hover over them. Going to be flat to Knox. Oh, that's going to be -2. The dreaded -2 on the flat. Bring up 2nd and 12. The roll was a 6. Even numbers, you get out of bounds. Odd numbers, you're not out of bounds. So the white die 4 got out of bounds. It can be a little misleading. Sometimes it's the white die is this one. Sometimes there's a second roll for another white die, and that's the one that it targets for getting out of bounds. So, like I said, if there's no second white die, it goes to this one. Short pass to Knox, covered by a 6. That's going to be incomplete. Like we said earlier, both these teams have good pass defense. So you're looking at these good pass D 4-man, incompletes on 3, 4, 5. Incompletes on 3, 4, 5, 11, and 9. So that's a pretty good. You got 9 and 6 more. That's 15 incompletions automatically. That's not even counting the X plays, which there are 7 of them. And then also you got the receiver hits that also sometimes miss. Say the receiver hits are 50%. They have this lone 12 down, 11 down here, which is very frustrating when they hit it. 3rd and 12. A draw to McKinnon. He's going to get 8 yards, but that's going to be short of a first down. Ann Arbor could call timeout here if they want to. And they do. And they'll be getting the ball back here. Brandon Ayuk on the return. Oh, he didn't get to return. The punt, there was a little bounce there, and -1. So 47-yard net. And Herbert takes over with 15 seconds and no timeouts. Kamara in the game. Dime 3-2-6. So he could run the ball wrong for sure. I don't know if Kamara has a long gain or something like that. I think his longest is 30. Or other options could throw deep. End run left to Kamara. Yeah, there's a 43 here on the D card. So you could get that over here on this D end. In these roles, we don't block anybody. We don't stop anyone from exceeding their longest run or pass. So it's all you can eat on these plays. 2nd and 9 with 8 seconds left. And Ann Arbor has one more timeout. So he's got 2 plays at most. He's going to have 2 plays because he got the timeout. Unless there's a penalty on the D. Look in. +5. And Herbert is 10 for 14 for 68 yards. It's probably 4.9 per pass. So he's not lighting the world on fire, but they do have a 10-point lead. On the strength, really, of the big runs, probably by Jones, 228s. Kamara had an 18. And Anthony's going to join us.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, great run call down there at the goal line. It was incredible. Taylor got in the end zone.
Yeah. Well, how about the 4th down? I mean, it's like just needed the 7 to go to my card against Shaq. Didn't happen on the 4th and 1.
Yes.
That set him up there.
Yeah.
And then yeah, got the run. Saw he likes Patrick Taylor end runs there. I didn't want to key though in that situation. I figured I had enough coverage on his guest right to deal with that.
Right.
But no. I mean,
did you have one man in zone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did because you had it the place before.
Yep.
I was looking at some of the stats here. Dylan, 6 rushes, -2. The Jones, 228-yard runs have been key.
Yeah, Jones and Kamara, I mean, are averaging, wasn't for Kamara's 1-yard run there at the end. I mean, they're averaging 20 yards a carry. So, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Hopefully that stops, I don't need to do about that too much. I mean, I got, typically men in zone and, guessing run enough, to be able to control the run game, you would think. It's not like as you see, I'm not coming close to guessing pass all the time. Calling run a ton, but not working out. Would have been forgiven with the 4th down stop,
Right.
And
you're starting to run the ball better. That draw got the 19-yard first down. That was key.
Yeah. But, he's got one guy with pass rush, and he's gotten me twice.
Yeah.
And that knocked me out there. Yeah. Hayward had 0 sacks all year.
Wow. Yeah, the first one got assigned to Juden. I don't know about the second one. Yeah, he did get the second one. Okay, looks like he's ready.
All right.
Cool. Good luck.
See you post game. Thank you.
All right. All right. I think they're back, ready to go. For the second half. The return comes out to the 27-yard line. Yeah, looking at some of these halftime statistics. Obviously, the game dominated by the defenses. 175 yards for Ann Arbor, 83 by Rochester, 3.2 yards per play. Ann Arbor, on the strength of those big runs, the 228s at least, got half the yardage of the 107. In the passing game, neither teams really got going. Josh Allen, 2.8 average. Herbert a little bit better at 4.9, but still 14 attempts, 68 yards. Both defenses just playing great. Time of possession, Ann Arbor with only a two-minute advantage so far. But yeah, A.J. Dillon, 6 runs, -2 yards, a long of 2. The other guys obviously having a much better day. And Williams and McKinnon, 8 rushes for 56 yards. So they're about 7-yard average run. Gronk not doing anything, 3 catches along a 3. And yeah, just not much to talk about. The field goal kickers are on point, 1 for 1. Oh, I missed a couple plays here. It's going to be 3rd and 6 at the Rochester 31 for Anthony. He's got Williams in the game, 3 wideouts. 3rd and 6. Long pass to A.J. Green. That is going to be incomplete on the 7 roll. That's a frustrating roll there. I think short pass, that would have been complete. But Ann Arbor is going to get the ball back here. If not for a fumble. 51. And a fair catch. All right, they start out at their 18-yard line with a 7-point lead, 12:54 left in the 3rd. Dillon in the game with Vita Vea at fullback. Gronk, Harris, Callaway. Off tackle draw to Dillon. That's going to be 0 men in zone and wrong. See what comes up. That's going to be 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 5. Aaron Jones in the backfield. It's going to be a flat pass right to Jones at a 0. Well, he's double teamed, but they did get a 5-yard gain on that. Nice call by Anthony, but it's complete. Those are very frustrating. Going to hold them there to a 3rd and 5 with containment, but now the drive continues. First down at the 28. Jones back in on first down. Nice thing about these Green Bay halfbacks and Kamara is plenty of usage if you want to run the ball. Looking past to Gronk into 2-man, and that's going to be a +1. The 2-man comes up. I think it would have been a +2. Yeah, even with 1 man, it would have been a +2. But nice play again by Anthony. 2 men in zone. End run right to Jones. Another call of run. It's going to be an 8-yard gain. Zach Martin coming up with the big block. That's 8 yards on the 6th die. Big 3rd and 1. Ann Arbor at their own 37. Kamara in the game now. Oh, he has a little bit better right card than most runners in this set. See what happens here. Anthony's called run twice in a row here. Oh, he keys Justin Herbert, and he calls it, nails it, -1. Wow, big time call by Anthony there. Would have been 0, but just great call there on the key, -1. 56-yard net on the punt, and that's going to put Anthony back at the 8. As Anthony mentioned, Cam Hayward with a couple sacks today, so I have to be a little careful here at the 8-yard line. Don't want to do anything crazy. Cam Hayward's an 11. Wow. Linebuck to Hilaire, 6 yards. There was nobody in zone. It was a right run call, though. Hilaire back in the game. In the block and back formation here. Haven't used this very often. But backed up a little bit here, deciding to go with this formation. Get a 4 run blocking fullback in there, Gilliam. That could help. End run right to Hilaire. 1 man in zone, but it's going to be a 5-yard run, first down. Anthony out to the 19-yard line now, off his goal line. 8:24 in the third. Linebuck to Hilaire. 2 men in zone. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. Wow, both defenses doing a great job plugging, doing all sorts of things to stop these offenses. 6. Yeah, wow. Ended up being 2-yard gain because he had 2 men in the zone. If he had no men, it would have been 9. 3 with 1 man. Now he goes back to his pistol, Gilliam, and CEH in the game. Linebuck to Hilaire. It's going to be 5 yards. Make it 3rd and 3. Long pass to Kirk. It's going to be a 26-yard gain. Receiver hit. 7 roll. Wow. Big play by Anthony. It was a 6 die. Could have easily hit these long gains down here, but he ended up hitting the receiver 26. Excellent. He had a 6 die too, so you're looking at 50 long gain were in play. Long pass to Dawson Knox. 6 is covering him, and that's going to knock that down. And if that was Kirk, that would have been a long gain. Kirk's covered by a 4. Wow. Second and 10 on the 48. Light off tackle draw. That's going to be 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4. This could be 2 down territory for Anthony. Pretty much out of field goal range at this point. I don't believe he has a boomer kicker. Yeah, I think Anthony told me he had one of the worst kickers. So he's probably going to have 2 downs to get 4 yards here. See what he decides to do. It's going to be a line buck to Hilaire, 1 man in zone, and that's going to be 9 yards. Ryan Kelly makes the big block. Yep. Rochester matriculating the ball down the field, as Hank Stram used to say. Little at a time here, running the ball for the most part. And Kirk, long pass plus 26, has got him down to the 33-yard line. This drive started, I believe, on his 8-yard line. Yeah, it did. That's going to be a loss of 2 for Gore. Nice call by Tyke there. Right call. It was going to be 0 or -2. But the nice run call, he's going to get the -2. Puts him on the fringe of field goal range here at the 35. Williams back in the game. It's going to be a long pass to Kirk. Incomplete. And that was wrong. So he had a lot of nice hits there. Let's see. He's got 8, 14, and 4. 18. 50-50 shot. That time for Kirk, and he missed it. And in addition to that, he had these long gains in play also. That would have been a TD. This long gain, most likely, would have been 35 yards, most likely. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 12. Precarious situation here, not in field goal range, really. So we'll see what happens on this play. The one die would be Ann Arbor's friend here, if he did decide to run the ball. Does Allen have? He's got 11, 12, and 10. So some of these might not even be completed. I mean, for the first down. It's going to be short to Kirk, incomplete. This is a tough area of the field to get bogged down. The punters are so good now. They're averaging 48 yards a punt. You really can't get a coffin corner kick. Coffin corner average minus 10.5. He's going to go for a long field goal. It's good. It's good. He nails it with a 12 roll. Wow. Nailed it. It was a -2. It still was 50 yards, and he nailed it. Got to hand it to him there, hitting that field goal. Greg Joseph. Wanted to see that Greg Joseph card. Incomplete, thrown at the double team. Thrown at the 2-man, I should say. Okay, Greg Joseph. Yeah, he hit the 30. Yeah, okay, so he hit the 12. Actually, there's not much difference between his 49-yard field goal. He gains the 8. That's it. So, yeah, 2 to 7 and then 12. Now I know why he went for that kick. He was in range. He was fine where he was to attempt that. Tyke comes out, throws into 2-man, incomplete. We got a 2nd and 10 on the 25. 3:13 remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be a long pass to Kamara against a run. Could be a big one. It's a long gain for 61 yards. Hit the 9 roll. That 9 roll, even right, was a connection. Down to the 14-yard line. And Ann Arbor is back in business. Jones in the game now. It's going to be a look into Gronk into 2-man. And Nice play. 666 roll. But yeah, that's going to save a couple yards. 2 yards. Another great call. By Anthony. And it's going to be 2nd and 8 on the 12. Really got to try to hold them to 3 here. He comes out with blitz. This might make allow a run. And he does run for 0. I think there was only 1 yard. Yeah. But another nice call on defense correctly. Jones has been the big runner today. 6 for 68, 11.3 average in those 2 28-yard runs. One was on the touchdown drive that Ann Arbor had in the second quarter. And 3rd and 8 at the 12. Flats are available here or short pass on these throws. It's going to be a short pass to Harris covered by a 5. And that's going to be 18 yards and a TD. Receiver hit and a touchdown. 18. Deontay Harris is going to give Ann Arbor an 11-point lead. There was a pass rush, but no chance. It was a 0 against a 5. Roll was 80. And I believe that's going to be a touchback. Looking at -9. Oh, did I get disconnected? I'm spinning. Uh-oh, this isn't good for business. Make sure I don't have any other Stratomatics running. Okay, looks good. Try to jump back in here. Uh-oh. We'll try it again. First, I'm going to exit this. Now I'll try it again.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, hello. I just had a crash.
Oh, okay.
On my side, but I'm getting back in.
So 3rd and 12 here. As Mike gets set up again. 17-16 Ann Arbor on top of Rochester. Rochester on a critical drive here. 13:48 to go in regulation. It looks like Ann Arbor's defense is playing great. I wasn't watching, obviously, so Mike can fill me in when he's ready.
Yeah, just to give you a quick recap, Ann Arbor, in the 3rd, Ann Arbor punted the ball down to the 8-yard line. Anthony drove the field and ended up with a 50-yard field goal. He made it. And then on the first or second play, Ann Arbor had it. He hit Kamara on a long pass for 61 yards.
Ooh.
Down to the 14-yard line. And on 3rd and 8, he hit Deontay Harris for a receiver hit plus 18 for the TD.
Nice.
on 3rd and 8, and that's been the scoring here in the 3rd. And yeah, Ann Arbor's been playing solid defense. Anthony went more to the run for that long drive. Backed up at the 8, he's worked his way out from his own goal line, kind of running the ball a little bit more. And Christian Kirk hit a receiver hit for plus 26 on a long pass.
It looks like the pass rush of Ann Arbor has been effective.
Yeah. Cameron Hayward has 2 sacks. Oh, there's a short gain for Dillon.
That's a sneaky effective card there.
Yeah. Cameron Hayward has 2 sacks, and he only got credit for 1. The other one, they gave it to Judon. But Anthony was saying he checked Cameron Hayward. He had 1 sack the entire season. But he is an 11. Off tackle run to Dillon. Right. That's going to be plus 5.
All right, Mike, I'll check back in later.
Okay. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Dillon's got a nice... In the past, Dillon has had better right running cards. This whole set, it's difficult to find really good running right cards. That's a little thinner than normally for Dillon because, he's a big back. He's got big, huge thighs like Earl Campbell. For you older guys that remember Earl Campbell, he was a bear to bring down. 2nd and 5 here. He brought Jones back in the game. It's going to be another run to Jones. And he's going to hit 8-yard gain on the D card. Again, Rochester with a nice run call versus a run, but hits the D card and gets 8 yards. And that's the frustration of this game. You can call right and wrong all you want, but it's only got a 50% chance of landing on the offensive card. And vice versa. You can plug and not come up good. There's a line buck. Plus 5. Some nice runs here. Right. For the Ann Arbor running backs. They're really putting up some numbers today on offense. 25 runs, 164 yards, 6.6. And as Anthony mentioned, when he's dropped in here, he's not giving them the runs. He's calling run. Short pass to Gronk into 3-man. That's going to be incomplete. We have not had that many short passes attempted by either team tonight. I think Rochester's attempted more long passes than short passes. But as you see, that Herbert card's a very, very good looking card. Even with the must runs there, he's going to gain some yards probably on those. And wow, there's not really a huge difference between his. He's got the 3, the 8, and the 10. That's it. So yeah, that's about 10 different. That's about it. So it's not a huge big difference on the picks, that's for sure. A look-in pass to Harris at the 6. That's going to be 5 yards and a first down. So this is the death by 100 paper cuts drive, I would call this. Just inching his way down the field 5 yards at a time on these right calls by the Rochester defense. And that's the tough thing about this game. Sometimes the rolls just don't go your way. It seems to be in Ann Arbor's favor on this drive for sure. And we're getting late here with 9:36, an 11-point lead. Look into Gronk. Oh, it's the only one with a man in zone, so that was very good. And it's going to be 5 yards. It's going to be another 2nd and 5. And that's, again, another 5 yards. At the 32-yard line. A field goal here would put Ann Arbor up by obviously 14 points, and that would be very important. Down 11, you can get the 2-point conversion or field goal and tie. So That's going to be off tackle run to Jones, right. And again, hits that 8 for a first down at the 24. Dillon back in the game. Dillon's got 11 carries left. I think Jones is maybe eight more. Eight or 7. Before fatigue. When I say how many carries left, that's before they have fatigue. So they can still run with fatigue. And the fatigue rules are if you hit your card, it's -1 yard. Off tackle Dillon wrong. That's going to be +3. No, -2. He jammed it with Winfield. And that's going to be a -2. So that was fortunate for Rochester that time. That time it worked out. He had a wrong run call, but it hit the D card and he nailed it. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Time is definitely not on Rochester's side right now. Really got to stop him on this set of downs right here. You don't want him to get another first. And he does call a run against Jones's line buck. That's going to be 5 yards on the D card. It's going to bring up a big 3rd and 7. Kamara in the game now. You got Hassan Reddick over here. 4-4. Could be a run here. Take it down below 7 minutes. It's going to be a short pass to Ayuk. Oh, it's a pick. And the return, this could be big on the return. Get a TD. Got to be a 2 or 12. It's going to be 10 yards. So big pick for Rochester right there. Split result 4. That was a pick, even 3-man. So, yeah. Still in it here. Down 11. See what they can do now. A.J. Green, Kirk covered by 4s. He's going to go long to A.J. Green. It's going to be a sack. Cameron Hayward, 26 on a 61. Holy smokes. He's Cameron Hayward bringing the heat today. I think we got a candidate for the player of the game on defense. But it's going to be 2nd and 23 to boot. Loss of 13 at 11. Sack yard die 11 +2 on the long pass. So it's 13-yard loss. This is one he's probably got to look 4 downs too. So he's got 3 downs to get these 23 yards. That's going to be incomplete. See if I can get the pass rush matchup in. Yeah, I got it. 3rd and 23. Well, I don't think he can go if it's 3rd and 23. 4th and 23. So we'll have to see if he can get some yards here. Might actually have to punt this ball if it's too long. I don't know, Josh Allen's long card. Oh, it's only 6, which isn't very good. 6 out of 36. I think the best is 8. 8 out of 36 in this set. Long pass to Kirk into 2-man, and that's going to be incomplete because of the 2-man. Very smart play there by Tyke, putting 2 men in zone. And the 4th and 23, as we thought of, going to need a punt. Now Rochester needs a punt fumble. 46. This one you might not want to return this, but I'm sure Tyke will. See if he can get some yards. Oh, -3. Oh, maybe he did let it bounce. And he got 3-yard return on it indirectly when it bounced back. Yeah, he did. No return. Must have heard me. Saying would have been big if it was a fumble recovery. And great field position here at the 46 with 5:24. Obviously, just want to run the clock out here. See what he ends up doing. And, Anthony's going to key Jones. Great call. It's going to be a 1-yard gain. Jones' fumble on the key was 21. So that's a 2.1% chance of a fumble. But the roll was 268, so he ended up missing it. Jones back in the game. .448. Looking past to Aaron Jones at 2-man, but it's going to hit the offensive card +5. Again, Rochester with the right call. 2-man in zone and right. How about a 5-yard gain? It's going to bring up an important, obviously, 3rd and 4. Jones in the game. They're 3 wide out. He can run with Jones. He can go flat with one of the other receivers. He could go short, mix it up. See what happens here. It's a good spot to be on an offense. The whole playbook is pretty much open. Looking at Herbert now, he's 18 for 25, 72%, 164 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick. Short pass to Callaway. We talked about that. He's got to nail it on a 2-roll right for a first down, 1-1-1, 3:36 left, and now Ann Arbor putting the clamps on this game. Dillon is now at running back. Line buck to Herbert. Oh, geez, that's going to be 12 yards on the nose tackle. Down to the 16 with 3 minutes left. Yeah. First and 10, 3 minutes. Another line buck for Herbert. I think Anthony's packed it in. He's not plugging anymore. He's not. There he goes. Call timeout, though. Second and 6. Probably can key Dillon here or Herbert. Well, maybe a run call would be better. Yeah, run to Dillon. That's going to be 0. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. At the 12. And it's one of these games you can't give up here. You got 3rd and 6. You hold them here, field goal. You're still in it. You just got to score quick. See what Tyke does here. It's a line buck to Herbert. And it's going to be 4 yards. Down to the 8. He's going to bring on the field goal kicker, Patterson. And that's good. 14-point lead, 152. Looks like squib kick. No, regular kick. Yeah, regular kick. Down to the 19. 145 left. All right, so it looks like it's going to be bombs away here. See if we can hit anything. Similar to my game yesterday with Dennis. I was down 14 late, hit a bomb for TD. Missed the onside kick, and that was the end of that. Lost by 7. Looks like Rochester needs a second here. And I don't want to be premature in saying Ann Arbor is going to win, so I'm going to wait and start looking at the matchup for tomorrow for the championship. But let's see some of the stats here. Allen just couldn't get going all day. 3.2 yards per pass. 71 yards on 22 throws. Just not enough. All right, they're back. Let's see. All right, so probably a Green or a Kirk bomb, or Hopkins or Knox, or Williams. He can throw deep to everybody. It's going to be Knox. It's going to be sacked by Cameron Hayward. Once again, 61 versus 3. Wow, Cameron Hayward coming up big. It says 3 sacks. He actually had a 4th, but it was assigned to Judon. He caused it. Another long pass to A.J. Green. That's 2-man. Oh, long gain touchdown. Just as we talked about. You never know when you're going to hit one of these, and they just nailed it. 87 yards to Green for a touchdown. And they're right back in it. Pending this extra point. There it is. All right, let's see the kicker. Cameron Hayward couldn't get to Josh Allen on the bomb. Oh, he's going to go for 2. Wow. All right. Short pass to Hopkins. Of course, another sack. But this is by Matt Judon. Now, going to have the onside kick. Got to be recovered. It's not. And that's going to do it. Just missed it with a 4 roll there, but it is no good. And I think that'll be it. Rochester has 1 timeout left. Maybe a couple knees here, 2 knees, maybe 3 knees. They should do it. So congratulations to Tyke, right, of Ann Arbor on winning this playoff game and advancing to the Super Bowl against Dennis Crowley's Seattle Shuriken. And we'll come in and we'll add these guys to the chat. Once they get in. Tough one there, Anthony.
Yeah, tough one. That's right. It was rough sled. Wow. Take a look here. But thought Tyke, did a nice job on D, mixing in run. Obviously took advantage of his pass rush matchup, singular.
Yeah.
And but mixed in the run calls nicely. That was good, I thought, and couldn't get the offense going as typically is the case against Tyke. I'd say. Let's see. Defense. Let's see. I came in 32 of 66. Let's do a little math here. So that's 39 out of what's 126? 126 minus 66. 39 of 60. 39 of 60 was 65% guessed right on defense today. I led the league in guessed right defense this year.
Yeah.
At 63. So, did above that.
Right.
Which is usually enough to get you a win. That's how you go 12-4.
Right.
But I guess right. I don't know. They're not good guest right runners, but it seemed like he's sort of getting +5s, on 12s and shit, and on whether it's a touchdown or whether it was, a couple drives, and or I was mixing it up and putting him in the zone if I was guessed wrong, and it would go to the, it was just. It seemed to have the run game covered off well. I thought I did. I mean, do you think I did? I don't know. I thought I did. I don't know. I mean,
I thought you both called.
Down? I don't know. Key every down. Is that the new way to do it? I don't know.
Yeah. Hi, Tyke. Hey, congratulations.
Guys. Thank you.
Good job, Tyke. Congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think both you guys played great on defense. Go ahead, Tyke. What do you think of the game?
Well, I mean, the sacks. I mean, he nailed me 3 times in the first game. And then this time, I don't know how many sacks did I have. I had a lot. I don't remember how many it was, but 5. Yeah. I mean, and I really didn't blitz a lot. I was counting on those guys to finally, get the plays and stuff like that. But those helped on the early downs, set up the other stuff, and I avoided a couple of the plays. He had some bombs wrong and missed. But I had the Kamara one, that I whipped with the guy deep, and I hit it. So that was But yeah, no, it's tough, man. I mean, the first half was really hard. We were both, back and forth, and it was going to be about who hit whose card when they needed it. You talked about the running backs on those last drives. You were calling run, and I was getting 4 and 5 called right. Earlier in the game, you were beating my 5s every play, and it didn't end up mattering a lot, but you beat my 5s like 5 or 6 times, and I thought they were going to end up mattering, but they didn't. But yeah, I mean that was tough. I was afraid of his pass rush. Make no mistake. And I think I only throw like 4 or 5 short passes the whole game. I did not throw many flat or short passes in that game.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking the same thing. And the one you threw there at the end got picked off.
Right, and that was like, yeah, that's what you get, Tyke. I mean,
right.
I did not throw a lot of. I did have the touchdown pass from the 12. He brought both linebackers, and I mean, I knew he was probably going to blitz him, but I'm like, I need a play. I hit receiver, and then hit Harris, hit the receiver. At some point, I had to throw short and try and make a play rather than being so conservative on the flats and stuff. But I didn't. I think I threw one or 2 bombs and maybe 5 short. It was not much.
Right. My Stratomatic report's telling me I came into the game with 4. Oh, there it is. Sorry, 8. Yeah, you threw 1 deep, which would have been right, which would have been a long game. Guessed right, wrong, whatever. Then short, you threw 6 times short.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like I couldn't.
No, I was gonna,
I couldn't stop you.
those
The
games.
the Herbert interception drive. I mean, mission accomplished on that drive, right? I mean,
Right,
as long
I
as
took it
as
all the
long as
way
I didn't
down.
return it, as long as I didn't return it for a touchdown, it was
right. I
mission
got
accomplished.
ran a bunch of clock and took it all the way down into your end, and that I agree with.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just I thought adjusted well to your small ball game. Had a bunch of 2 men in zones. I thought I had.
Yeah, you had
not
two or three
wanting,
-2. I mean, at the end of the first half, Dylan was 6 for -2, but Kamara hurt you, and then I had the 228s on Jones.
they were averaging like 18 yards a carry each. Those two guys.
Yeah.
They were doing well.
So that was, yeah. I mean that was it. I mean we know those big plays and chunk plays, trying to get down the field and get that field position, to try and get back, in the game. And I was always petrified, at the end of the first half of those Josh Allen end runs, gets 20 yards on 3 or 4 of them and stuff like that.
And you made some nice calls, guest run, on a few of those where, you took a chance and you nailed it. So, nicely done.
You nailed me on the Herbert buck. I mean, I don't run a lot of line bucks with my quarterback. That's not a play that I run very often, but you nailed me on that. That was a really good call on that play.
Yeah, that was a tough one to make. I saw he was 46th overall in line buck attempts, and so that's not very high. Like Josh Allen's 21, and I don't run him a bunch either. But that was just a pure sort of feeling. The time is right.
You nailed it. I mean, that was spot on, man. You threw him in there and keyed it, and I'm like, that's a good call. That'll do that.
and that came off, I think, a third down conversion with either he was double teamed. I think we had a double team.
I did. I had a double team hit for 5 yards, or a completion to Jones for 5 yards. Yep.
Yeah. And like the previous set of downs. I don't know, maybe it wasn't a third down, but the previous set of downs. Yeah, that was tough. My team out-sacked my opponents 41-17. I knew I wasn't going to get many chances today because you do a good job of avoiding the situations, playing small ball as you do, and we're going to today. But I didn't think I'd be giving up 5. That was that's an upside down number. When I'm usually
I did not anticipate that. I was just hoping to get a couple at some key times, and and then I got a couple of bonus ones there in the fourth quarter and stuff like that. So,
yeah. And your defense did just a nice job on first down. Putting me in second and longs. Only had 10 first downs all game. Thought your defense was played really well all game long. When I had those long pass opportunities, I had to hit them. Some were guessed right 0 men, right? Some might have been one guessed wrong. It was mostly guessed right 0 men with good receivers, right? When you've guessed right 0 men, good
you had a Kirk called wrong one where there was a second down where you whipped it, and I'm like, he's gonna chuck this for sure. and I called run, and then you hit receiver, and I'm like, I'm gonna need a break here, and you missed it. And that puts you in third down and long. Which was a big play, man. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to avoid it and see what I can do.
And I made the mistake of going to Knox on the long pass after the long pass completion to Kirk for 26.
Oh yeah, the 5.
And the 5 roll. Yep, the 5 on the white die. I thought you'd be doubling Kirk, so I went to Knox and made that mistake, and that cost me. That could have gotten me in zone there and tied it up. Of course, I hit that long field goal on the 12, doink. So
I know
that was nice, but 3 points there was not what I was needing. That was a consolation prize, a nice consolation prize, but a consolation prize I needed to. And what set me back there was I think a sack.
Yep. Yeah. No, the sacks really. But I mean, that's how you were. I mean, I watched the other games that you just killed Erie on a couple of plays. Right when he needed to. Get you nail him for -7 or something like that. in those tight games, because there's a lot of us. I mean, honestly, the three of us on the call right now, all were playing a very similar defense. We played the 3-4, stuff some zones, call some flats, stick some run calls in. The three of us, Dennis has got that 4-3 that he's managed to massage all year.
Right. Well, you played good ball control offense and got it done. I mean, that was going to be your pathway to a win, and you got it. That fourth down at the end of the first half, the 4th and 1, 7 roll. Mentioned that at halftime, talking to Michael. Would have gone to Shaq's card. Would have been 7 points off the board. Would have been a completely different game, but it went to the offensive card, and then to make matters worse, Patrick Taylor hits it guest right end run.
No, and I mean
after that, but I should have, I would have liked to.
Well, that was my revenge play for Jones called wrong. I rolled 5 on Jones's card called wrong. That was, I'm like,
Yeah, you pulled him out of the game, right?
Yeah, I did. I pulled him out.
Jones averaged 9.5 today. Kamara 8.8. I mean,
well, I wanted to threaten your ends a little bit because, I knew if I put Dylan in the game, you were going to crowd the tackles, which you did, which is what you got to do. Yep. So I just had to, Kamara can catch the flats, Andy can catch deep. And I'm like, I got to at least, threaten your ends. I know you had those 2-6 ends, but I didn't want to leave you sitting out there just being able to stuff the tackles against Dylan the entire game. And that's why Kamara was in the game way more this game than he was the first game.
You hit that 7 twice to start for nice big short gains. I think my defensive ends made a play with 8 seconds left in the half at your own 20. So I'm glad they showed up.
Yeah, I'll admit I knew my defense was going to be good this year, but I really wasn't sure about the offense being able to, when I looked out at it, I mean, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to score enough, but the defense was really good. I think it was better than I thought. I managed to get some sacks and play tough and not turn it over a whole lot.
Yep. Yeah. And you definitely avoid the turnovers despite that interception at the end. Wasn't all year long. You led the league in fumbles, fewest fumbles. And you also led the league in yards per play against, 4.5, and yards per play margin. You had a 0.9 plus 0.9 margin.
Wow.
In yards per play, which led the league. So, if you get productivity from your running backs, which are, not, it's a suspect group, sort of like mine, they're down there, if you get production from them, you're going to roll. It's going to be tough.
No, they're not good. Right. But that was the whole point of Taylor being in on that play he is my best called right guy, believe it or not. I mean, so that is why he was in the game on that play. So
I knew it was coming. I didn't key him. I didn't want to go as that
far, right?
But on 2 plays, I knew it was coming. That's why you saw those linebackers go out to the end when you brought him in on 2nd down. And he has some guess right yards and hit him, which is what you got to do to advance. So nicely done all the way. Really, I mean, especially on defense, I thought these were really, really nice calls, keeping me backing off. And our first game, I just ran.
No, and I knew I was going to have to call run a little more than that. I called run on you in the second half of the first game. I didn't call run on you at all in the first half of that game.
Right. Yep.
But I knew it was going to be a balance, right? Because I knew those bombs were coming.
And I figured you'd adjust, and you did a really nice job, I thought, of adjusting. And not only did you adjust, but you adjusted at the right time. So that was really, really nicely done. I don't think Josh Allen's long was what? Nothing, right? 5 yards or something. 7 yards was his long on a must run. 5 actually running the ball.
I think you had one Allen run wrong, and you hit the D card.
Yeah, on a 6.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So, how'd you do versus Seattle in the?
I snipped him at the end.
Mhm.
I beat him at the end. Yeah, I mean that'll be. Maybe he'll be able to invoke some revenge on me because I beat him in our SFDL league with Connor as my running back.
Right.
So he's got Connor now. So maybe he'll be able to get some revenge on me. And I think I came back in that game. He was up
Yeah,
on
you
me,
did.
wasn't
It
he?
was
Yeah,
17-7
17-7
at half, and you came back to score 17 unanswered, 13
Yeah.
13 unanswered. He tied it on a 51-yard field goal with no time left.
Mm-hmm.
And then you won an OT on the 61-yard bomb to Gronk in OT.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about that bomb, I don't remember how I hit that bomb. I think it might have been a short pass.
Yeah,
Gronk doesn't have a bomb. I think I hit LG on the D card.
Right.
On the short pass.
Yeah.
And got it. So
yeah, you held Mahomes 9 for 26 in that game and a pick.
Well, he ran 40 freaking times, didn't he? I think he ran a lot.
37, yeah, 37, 6.3. Even you guys today, I know this is going to sound misleading, but both you guys had over 5 yards a run today. I know it doesn't seem like that at the end of the day, but
yeah, Williams hit some nice ones. He hit that third down conversion. Edwards Hilaire.
Yep.
Yeah, Edwards Hilaire had a nice drive. Which got stymied by a sack. Yeah, I got beat at my own game today. Getting to the 20s and pushing somebody back when they got there.
I was surprised you had 5s across the line at least. And I want to ask you, Tyke, how did Cameron Hayward end up in 16 games with 0 sacks?
Hey, you know what, man? You got me.
Did you rotate him in and out?
No, he played.
That's what I was wondering.
Every single down. Now, isn't that amazing? I have no idea. I asked myself that all year, how he had 0 sacks.
Right. Well, he came up big today. He had 4 of the 5, and one of them was routed to Juden. Got credit for it. So it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a comeback.
It was versus a 5, so it wasn't like it was a 3 or a 2 or someone like that.
Come on,
you know what I mean?
They had 4 or 5 sacks this year, and what is that guy, like a 3 or something like that? A 3 or a 4 or something? I do not know how. Neither of my ends had. One of them's an 8 and the other was an 11.
Wormley had 3.
Wormley, yeah.
He's an 8, right.
Somewhere along the way, I feel like I should have had a couple more sacks.
You got them today.
I did.
Here you go. You saved them for me. Thank you.
I did. There's no question.
Yeah.
Now, Dennis will be a lot harder to sack because he's got a bunch of sevens.
Philly line. Yeah,
he got that Philly line. So
he does have that weak left guard, though.
Right, and that will be a matchup for Judon if I decide to bring him. But I think Connor's a 4. At least that gives him at least a fighting chance against the asterisk. Connor
is a 5.
Oh, he's a 5. What is the other guy? The other clown? Edmonds.
He's a 5 also.
Well, see, there you go. That's pretty good stuff. So
he also puts Njoku back there, and those other guys.
Right. And I saw the bombs against you to Njoku in the game you guys played.
Right. He does have a 3 at left guard pass block, so maybe you can take advantage of that.
But
it's tough out of the blocking back because you can send Njoku out if Judan's blitzing, and then he's got Connor. The blocking back, just if he's gone, it reverts to the halfback.
Yeah.
It's not one or done on the blocking back.
Right. He can send either one out and still have a 5.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Where when I got a halfback in there, he's a 2. and I really don't want to send out that fullback. Yeah. I know I was kind of hoping I played one of you guys. I had good luck versus you guys in the regular season. I know, Tyke, you played me. You had one of these terrible offensive games till the end of the game.
Yeah, no, I was
couldn't
fighting
do
from
anything.
behind. I couldn't do it, and then it was just too late.
Yeah. And then I looked. I sacked you 6 times.
Yeah, you whipped my ass. Yeah, you did sack me 6 times. You whipped my ass.
But
this one stings. I thought this team was good for the finals. Sizing it up. So this one stings, Tyke. You got me good. So
I know, Anthony, you'll be thinking about this one for a couple days, like me.
Yeah.
Last night. Very similar game. I was down 14. I hit the bomb, and then didn't get the onside kick, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
On the 4.
I saw you go for the 2 there. You were really.
Yeah, well,
really
down
aggressive.
7. Well, that's you're going to get one of those.
Yeah.
And maybe you can win the game.
Right.
If you get the first one, you win the game. You're going to get one of those 2.
Right.
So that's the thought there. So.
Oh, here's DC.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, thanks.
Hey, so you had a chance there at the end if you got that onside, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Just like our game last night.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a Hail Mary completion.
So, Tyke, do you want to play before your trip? Do you want to try to
Let
schedule
me
it?
see what my schedule looks like. I will try so that we can get it out of the way.
Sounds good. And how much time do you need when you get back in order to be ready to do summer sprint?
My plane will land at 3 in the afternoon Eastern or whatever. I guess when I'm on the plane, if I got the interwebs, I'm going to I got to go look and get an internet plan for my flight. So maybe, I'll be pretty bored. It's a 8-hour flight back from.
Yeah, you don't even need internet. Just download the ratings disk and the code and the Excel sheet ahead of time, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I played. I think 99 or around there is about the year I started Strato. I'd have to go back and look at my stats. I don't remember what year I started playing Strat, but is that the old quarterback card still with the crappy flats and
Yeah, Dennis, he's talking about 99 season.
1999.
Yeah, you'd have to go back to 1982 or something like that for the big cards. Yeah, these are normal cards. It's all good.
Yeah, the Warner card's got to probably out of control. I'm checking
Curtis.
on it now.
Yeah, those were. Oh yeah, that'll play.
Check,
He's got 2 through 7. Right.
Check New England.
3 through 7.
The flat sucks, but but that's short and that bomb.
This is funny though. Check New England.
He's got to be shitty. Brady, right?
No, but the fact that Brady's in this, is he?
Oh no, he's not.
Oh no, he's not. Not till next year.
Yeah, that's right.
And next year he get here. Next year, the year after he comes in.
Yeah, I'm thinking 01.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, Tyke, you let me know. I'm going to jump off here.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off too. I'm going to go get some Z's. But
okay, congratulations,
thanks, guys.
Congrats,
right.
Tyke.
Thanks.
Take care.
All right, later. Bye.
See you.